there, wrestling fans? Welcome to day 2 of Liberty Pro Week. And now, this is episode 117 of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. Hi, Sam. And now, I am Joe Panther the Third. Thanks, Sam. From the top. Keep it up. Oh, it's pulled up here. The top of Metal Mountain. It's that happy heel himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on, internationally known? What's going on, Joe? How's it going?
Not too much. Gotta get ready for second week of. We have to, before we introduce guests, we have to talk about what just happened today. If you guys didn't hear, dude, Geek, explain what happened today with Ring of Honor.
Dude, I mean, I'm lost for words right now. I mean, Ring of Honor got me into into independent wrestling, and it's just a loss for the business of how. I mean, they're still going to have their last show, Final Battle, and they're claiming they're going to come back at Super Card of Honor and they're going to just push the reset button. But you guys literally just released everybody. Everyone's been released. What happened? It's like, how are you going to have a Super Card of Honor? I mean, I know everyone's working towards the end, and they're still going to work to Final Battle. But after that, everyone's been just released. And
like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, all right, let's get back to this. We'll talk about this a little bit with the guests. Okay, with day 2 of Liberty Pro Week, let's give a war. Dudes at Ringside, welcome to the Hockey Hitman. What's her name, Geek?
Eden Von England.
Eden Von England.
Hello. Hi.
How's it going?
Yes. Welcome.
Good.
Welcome. It's good to have you on, and it's funny how we got you on, and then this was like random. We asked you to come on. He's like, "I'll come on this day," and then
it just worked out. Yeah.
Yes, you're the. Yeah. You know, it's funny. I feel like you're like the new Liberty Pro because you're new in Liberty Pro, so you're like the new. Right now, we're showing off the new what's new in Liberty Pro.
Yeah, it was my first Liberty Pro
wow
taping this weekend, just gone. So
wow,
it was awesome.
So if our fans aren't familiar with you, introduce yourself.
All right. Hi, I'm Eden. I am from the UK. I'm British. I grew up near Liverpool in the UK. I have been wrestling on shows for only about 2 years now. So yeah, COVID didn't help things. I trained in the UK for a bit and then now moved over here to the USA. I live in Cleveland now, Cleveland, Ohio. I wrestle. I'm a biggish wrestler, and I have a PhD as well. But I don't know how many things to list off when I'm introducing myself. I'm actually Dr. Eden Von England, and you also call me that all the time.
Dr. Eden. There you go.
Doctor.
PhD. I need a thing like Brit, a whole DMD thing, but like PhD.
PhD.
Yeah.
I make fun of that whole thing because anyway, there's a meme that went around. If I can find it, I'll send it to you. She's doing the D thing, and then the last one is the guy, that black guy, going, "D's nuts." I was like, oh my god! If I find that one again, if it pops up again, I'm gonna send you it on Instagram. I can see you falling on the chair like, Joe, this better be you that sent me this, you bastard. That was so great. I fell out of my chair. I had to stop because my chest started hurting. I was laughing so hard. I was like, oh my god. You ever like you laugh so hard your chest hurts?
PhD.
Yeah, oh, I can't breathe.
Yeah, that was me. I was dying, laying in my chair, laughing so hard.
Well, usually my face starts hurting. I'm like, ah, my cheeks just.
Yes.
Ow.
Okay,
Serious face time.
So who trained you?
So where did you go to school exactly?
Okay, so there's 2 questions, but I'm gonna answer.
You go my geek's question first, then you go to mine.
All right, okay, that's how we do it. Geek gets priority.
Yes.
So I went to school.
Yeah.
I went to, we call it university in the UK. I went to university at the University of Oxford first. I did a degree in physics for 4 years, which included a master's. And then I did a PhD in cancer research at the University of Cambridge, which is another very good school. They're like the top 2 schools possibly in the world. They're in the top 5, so at least. Yeah. And those were very difficult, but I started wrestling while I was there.
So what kind of classes did you take also, if you don't mind asking?
So in the UK, you just pick one subject and you do that. So there's not like majors and minors. You basically just do like your discipline. So I did physics at Oxford, and that just involved like lots of different physics classes. So like general relativity, special relativity and classical mechanics. I did quantum information processing, and I did biological physics in my last year too. So I got interested in biophysics as a field, which is partly why I went into then the cancer research field, moving from one science to another.
It's always hard when you're like, you know, like medical stuff. Like, have you ever been backstage and someone like hurts their shoulder and you know how to do it, but you're like, no, that's the medical side. Have you ever done that backstage? You see someone, my shoulder. I'm like,
I give advice, but I don't get physically involved. My sister's boyfriend he's a full-on medic, and my boss he's a doctor. Like I'm a doctor because I've got a PhD, and I've got a PhD in like medical science, but I don't have like a doctor. Like I can't treat someone in a hospital or a surgery or anything like that. So I know a lot of stuff, but I don't want to apply anything to actual people's lives directly.
Yeah. You don't have that happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I'm not responsible for that. Don't make
so
me
you know,
sew anyone up.
I respect people.
Now,
I'll never know.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi is going, but
back.
I respect.
Danielle, get off the Wi-Fi. Yeah, I respect everything that the medical field could do, because
the Wi-Fi is
my
horrible.
sister, my sister and her partner my sister's a nurse, and her partner works in the hospital in the hospital. I respect everything you guys do. Like you guys, you help people and stuff like that. That's these days we need any help. They need any help they can get these days over there.
Yeah, especially with COVID and everything, it's been very intense for people on the sort of the front line of the medical field. Thankfully, it's like less intense from a science perspective, but we had a lot of projects and things trying to help with the COVID crisis.
Yeah. Oh gosh. It's like, so yeah. Never got a chance to answer my question, but we'll go on to that now. If you like. I know. I waited. I was being a good little face. I wait to ask the question to the guest. So, who trained you, Eden?
Just want to say I respect everything you do, because that.
Thank you.
That's what he was trying to say, but the Wi-Fi kept flipping back and forth on him.
I'm 5 years cancer free, by the way. So just so.
Hope you're many, many, many more years cancer free.
Yes. So. We need to keep the geek good and going.
Thank you.
Yeah. I won't get into it now, but I get so frustrated when people talk about like big pharma and the idea that there's just a cure, like just someone knows it waiting somewhere, because as a research scientist, like, you're spending so much time trying to solve complex problems that, like, there's definitely not just one thing waiting there, or we all wouldn't be spending so much effort and not saving, like, ourselves. We get cancer, like, researchers get cancer too, like, their families get cancer. There's no reason that any of us would hide anything. It doesn't help us or our families, the people closest to us, never mind everyone else. So actually trying to help people.
Yeah, it's hard. Like,
there's definitely things that can help that aren't prescribed, but there's nothing like a magical cure.
Yeah.
But, so wrestling. I trained I trained at 2 schools in the UK. I started out at Ultimate British Wrestling, their school, under Paul Ash. That's where I first started. I was a cyborg there for a bit. I had a fun gimmick there for a while, and then I trained at Hustle Pro Wrestling in UK, which is based in London, for a bit too before coming over here. So,
what was your first match like in front of a crowd?
So
I cut you off. I'm sorry.
No. So my first ever, like, I ring announced, which was not too terrifying, but I wasn't amazing at it. I didn't like, my memory isn't incredible, so I would not be the best at just sort of knowing how I was supposed to introduce everyone, everything. So I was kind of glad when I got to start actually wrestling. That was easier for me. The first quote unquote match I had was a spot where I actually just came in and, like, beat everyone up that was on stage on the ring. So that was super fun, because I just got to come in and throw people around. I got to F5 my trainer and clothesline a few people and DDT someone. So that got a good reaction. Like, the crowd were into it. I was a heel from the get-go, so I love the crowd response. My first actual match though was with actually against Sid, so my current tag partner. That was really fun. We trained a lot together, so it wasn't as scary as when you go somewhere new and you met the person on the day and like, don't kind of know what you're getting into as much. That one was just, like, really fun to be out there with him and doing that match. It's on YouTube. So I was back in Cyborg days.
Definitely have to check that out.
Yeah, you should. It's good.
Yes, I when we first got you, I definitely looked your name up and I was like, I got quite a few of your matches. I can't remember who you were fighting, but you were like, you were destroying them. I was like, what? Whoa, this one's a good one. She's a good deal, but good. What do you mean by good? I was like, you're a good wrestler. So, like,
thanks.
For our fans that are not familiar with your fighting style, what would you count yourself as? Like, what would your style?
I'm a brawler mostly. Even though I kind of have British background, the technical stuff that I do tends to be more into throws and suplexes. So it's a case of throwing people around and hitting them hard. I can do some powerhousey stuff, but it's not my bread and butter is throwing strikes at people and then giving them 10 of different suplexes till they can't get up again.
That's part.
So who are some of your influences growing up?
So Bull Nakano was one of my first, like, big wrestling influences. She had such a cool look at the time. I think I wasn't that into wrestling when I was growing up. My family didn't watch it. It's not as big in the UK. So I'd just sort of seen, like, divas, really, because of the age I am, because I wasn't diving into, like, a lot of wrestling. I'd seen just divas, just very one type, and, very, like, to me at least, I didn't find it interesting or inspiring. So actually, when I started getting more into wrestling, like people like Bull Nakano, who really stood out to the time and stand out so much compared to like the Diva era, were just really cool to me. Jazz for the same reason. Alpha Female, even though she's like a much more modern wrestler, like she was at one of the first shows that I ever saw live, and kind of similar like vibe of just very like serious and powerful, which is something that I'm less so outside of the ring, but definitely inside the ring. Yeah, and then like from the men's wrestling, like I love what Brock does. I know that Brock is huge, and I'm not quite as big as Brock, but to put it that way. But I think he's a very, very good wrestler, and I think he's underrated in some aspects for what he can do in the ring and what he can put across. So.
And that hair now, that new hairstyle.
The ponytail, the man bun, right?
It looked like a
man bun.
He looks like a surfer met a Billy.
Yeah, I'm like, where have you gone? Where's Brock gone?
That's not Brock. That looks like
It's
a Billy. Oh, he does live in. I think he'd destroy me if I heard. Oh, I'm a Billy now. F5. They'll be blessing me. They'll be dragging me off. You'll be like, Joe, you should keep your mouth shut.
I should definitely do the F5 again.
Yeah.
It'll be worse than Kevin Nash versus Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, she would turn heel on me. She'd lift me back up, and she'd be like, I don't think you heard what he called you. He said Billy said you have a mullet. He did not. Ow. Oh, I just wanted to get a video of that, Joe. I'll tweet you that video, Joe. I'll retweet I'll tweet it and have you retweet it. Okay.
You can tweet it back to him. There you go.
Yeah. Brock retweeted your F5 video. Yeah, but that's me getting F5. Thanks. Great.
You may
he's on Twitter because he's in Canada with no Wi-Fi.
You made dudes at ringside history now, Joe. You got F5 by Brock.
Yeah, with my glasses on them, and then and the glasses didn't go to do like Ghostbusters. Instead of the flowers are still standing, the glasses are still on my face.
or the glasses are not broken. That's another one.
Yeah, that would be quite impressive. You wouldn't want them to break on your face. Have you ever had glasses break in your face?
Oh no! Oh God! Ugh. I'm too scared. I really do wear glasses. These are my glasses. I gotta wash them. They're really dirty. I really do wear glasses, and like as I said, I work in a grocery store, and like that is like my ultimate fear because I block a lot of the time, and it's like either in aisle 2 where it's like there's like cans of like tomato sauce and stuff like that. I'm afraid I'll be like grabbing one off the top shelf and I can't stop it, and it just goes like right and breaks my glasses. You would think I'm Bruce Lee. Whenever something falls, I'm like,
like not in my face.
No, not in the face. Not my moneymaker. I told that to Matt. I jokingly did say that one day at work. I was like, not the face, not the moneymaker. And he's moneymaker. I'm like, I'm on camera 90% of the time I'm at home with my buddy Metal Geek. And my friend's like, oh yeah. The fans will wonder why you have a black eye, Joe. I'm like, yeah.
I don't think you started wrestling.
Yeah. My grandfather's a wrestler, so that's why I'm Joe Panther III, because of my grandfather.
Nice.
He wrestled in the 50s and 60s
That's
as a heel.
Cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
He was the golden. He was one of he wasn't like he was back in those days the heels. He was a heel. So back in those days they were mostly like the jobbers of because
making the faces look good.
Exactly. Geek always says if your grandfather was still alive today, and if he's seen what they're doing with the heels in wrestling now, he'd be like, "What the hell?
Winner.
We're all winning now. What the hell is this crap?"
Yeah, I mean, with championship belts and stuff, like more of those, it's like you kind of, I don't know. I like there being a bit of back and forth. So
The heels back in the day were just there to make the baby faces look good. That's about it.
So that's still what they're supposed to do, but not all of them get that.
No. But anyway, what was I gonna say? How'd you come up with your gimmick?
So yeah, as I said, I was initially a cyborg. That had limits in terms of what I could do with that character, where it could go, who I could face, what kind of matches I could have. So then, kind of sat down with Sid. We wanted to be in a tag team together. We looked at the the couple from that I'm really bad with words. So if I spend half an hour going, what is it? The one about ice skating, where they have to they were singles ice skaters, but then they got banned because they fought, and they had to.
No.
Blaze of Glory.
What are you talking about?
Blaze of Glory.
Nancy. The one that got hit in the... What's her name?
Blades of Glory, you just said, Joe.
Blades of Glory, yes.
So Blaze of Glory. So the heel couple in that, the Van thingies, that was like the original idea for like me and Sid. So we're like ice skating, like that's why we had the name the Von Englands, because it like that was like what we were basing it off. And then like my style it could be a comedy gimmick if it was like my style as an ice skater, but that a comedy, like pure comedy gimmick, is also quite limiting. So kind of just started moving towards like the sports background that I actually have, and towards like things that were a bit more true to my style and who I am. So that's how I've kind of arrived at the bruiser athlete of bruiser British athlete that we go for at the moment. So
yeah, like it's funny, like there's always a certain wrestler that you encounter when you're like watching wrestling that you've never seen before. Like we heard about you, and I'm just like, okay. See, I like to watch promos, and I'm like, let me see if she has any promos on her Instagram. Boom goes the dynamite. Found one. Got it. She's a good on the microphone. That's one thing I love. Like when we ask people to make their promos, and I always love to see how they do their thing. Like I wish you could have made one. I know you're always busy with traveling and stuff like that, but when you get a chance, if you have time, we would love for you to make a promo. And you don't have. We have a script we always send the wrestlers, but like we know that you'll be able to do it in your heel character, because the end of our promo always we have this part that's just for the heel. That's like, you don't have to watch it. I don't care.
Exactly. Why are you even here?
It's funny.
They're only here because I'm here. Well, we have
too many faces make the promo, and they're all like, enjoy, and I'm just like, geek, we're never gonna get to do whatever you want.
We did get the watch it with your mamas.
Oh yeah, we got one that said, watch it with your mamas.
But go ahead, Joe.
I was gonna let you speak, geek.
Oh, okay, I got. So, you guys are an intergender tag team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, who would you like to face? If
so we
dream opponent.
Yeah. So we face anyone. We have the normal tag championships at New Wave Pro at the moment, and we're still defending those. And we've got a defense coming up next month. And in terms of just like so it really just opens up to really being anyone. I think but a dream opponent back when they were actually together, we would have loved to face the New Day, because they're like one of the best tag teams in the history of tag teams ever. in terms of more realistic opponents, Charlie Evans and her partner do tag stuff sometimes. There's a ton of also like great women's tag teams in the UK right now too. Lucia Lee and LA Taylor. Because we love intergender wrestling of any kind, so we don't see it like, oh well, we have to face like another girl and a guy. Like we just want to wrestle.
Anybody.
So
yeah. Because there's a
yes.
couple I could see you guys against. I could see you guys against Gargano, and Candice would be another one.
That would be awesome.
Marina and Jake would be another good one. But
yes.
like you said, any intergender match would be good too. So.
Yeah, like we wrestled Paloma Star and Cody Jones recently. That was such a fun match. Like, I love wrestling, and we also wrestled Shauna Reed and Cody Hawk. Like, I love wrestling kind of other couple tag teams because they have so much chemistry within them, and like it's just really fun to like vibe off each other and kind of you're really like fighting with your best friend like by your side. So that's what I love about tag team wrestling. And I think it's just the main thing when I want to wrestle tag matches is just that the other team have a similar level of like trust and passion and between them as well, because you just get the best matches out of those kind of teams.
Yeah. So is there any place that you would like to travel in the country or around the globe to wrestle?
Yeah, so I really want to. There's a couple of places in the US I really want to wrestle. I want to go over to the East Coast, get a bit further over there towards Metal Geeks area.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Beyond Wrestling is one of my dream promotions because I've watched a lot of. They love intergender stuff. They put a ton of talent on there and given the platform to loads of people.
Yeah.
So
we know people and beyond too.
Yeah,
we know wrestlers, not owners. We know the wrestlers. Nice. Some of the we're really good connected with Little Me Kathleen, with Becca, with Not America's Sweetheart.
Yeah, Becca's someone I really want to wrestle soon. So
she's good.
Yeah, right. She's so talented.
And she's so and now she's heel. So you and her could be a tag team.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
It's weird to see her from being all rainbow colors, like a unicorn farted her out, to like this dark came out of the Hot Topic, like the black barrettes.
I've mentioned this before though, but Victory Pro is actually another good promotion you should check out.
Yeah, I'll definitely hit them up and
Victory Pro and NYWC, the New York Wrestling Connection.
Yeah. Writing them down?
I'm writing them down, yeah. I have a notepad with me at all times.
I also told him about PPW. That's in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
There's, if you ever go toward Florida, there's quite a few of them in Florida that are really popular. They would stay in the hood. Magic City, right over there. Magic City Wrestling.
Yeah.
I really want to wrestle in Texas as well.
Poppin'. They're wrestling. It's so funny. Wrestling right now is like white hot. Anywhere you go in the country, there is some promotion that's reopened that's just sparking, man. So many spots in the country. You can't go anywhere without finding out you're a wrestler. Come hang out with us. You know, and you mentioned I'm coming to your city on your Instagram. That there is going to be a DM from a promotion going, "Are you booked that day? Because we need you. We need a heel."
Right, there's so much going on everywhere.
Yeah. So definitely Geek's going to be at the show for Victory Pro. And I'll definitely tell him to mention your name to the owner so he could get your name in his book so he knows you. Your name.
Yeah.
It's all about who you know in wrestling.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
But that's all. That's if you only if you come to the East Coast. Just let us know. That's all.
Yeah, we'll do.
If you ever get booked for Victory Pro, you tell us in a month in advance. I'll come from PA. Me and Geek will make a weekend of it.
That'd be
Here we
cool.
go. Joe's fun questions. I'm gonna throw some Joe fun questions in this thing now. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food is mac and cheese.
Yes.
I loved it
It's
in
not-
the UK and I love it here. So
It's not pizza. Oh man, right?
No.
I was hoping for pizza.
I'm a calzone kind of person anyway. So
Yeah.
Well, Geek, if we hang out with her, if she comes to Long Island, we'll have to find a really good mac and cheese place.
There's a good mac and cheese place in Long Island.
I do like pizza though. I hate pizza. Like
It's called. There's a place called I Love Mac and what's it? New York Mac and Cheese is actually a really good place
Yes.
in Long Island.
She's
So,
writing it down.
I am. I have to write everything down. I'm a scientist who has ADHD, so I forget everything.
She's probably like, screw this right now.
Fuck these
She's
guys. Oh yeah, that's what I'm writing down. Yeah. Screw this podcast. What the hell? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention because you two were so boring.
Joe Cantor the Third is such a darling. That mustache is.
Hi, Keith. Sorry,
Hi.
someone.
What's going on? What's going on, dude? Make sure you follow us.
Don't forget to push the follow button.
Yeah, you've got to follow these guys.
Yeah. It'd be funny, the notes at the end of the podcast, she puts it on Twitter. These guys are annoying.
Losers.
Yeah, like, oh my god, I'm glad that's over. Hope I never have to speak to them again.
And then a secret letter all the way at the bottom. Joe's mustache is adorable. I would shave it off and get rid of it.
Is
No,
it adorable though? Or is
is
it
it-
just concerning what might live inside it?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you have a hamster in there?
If
If so,
Yeah.
it needs euthanizing.
Oh,
Spent too long near your face.
Boom.
Thanks so much, dude. By the way, thanks so much.
If you
dude.
have
Thanks.
Twitch, get us on Twitch. Follow the
So this way you could see the cat bouncing, right?
Yeah, we want
There's
to
a
see
little
the
cat.
cat.
There's a little cat
There's
that comes up in the corner every
In
time we do it.
Twitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't believe I can't.
Yeah, every time
There you go.
But why don't
you have to follow us.
No.
Someone's
Don't do
gotta
it.
follow us, and then you'll see it.
Stop. But yeah,
Yeah,
pizza is good.
that's- Yes. Pizza. Well, I'm an old school pizza guy. I like my pepperoni pizza well done. I can eat
like-
it plain too.
I like a ton of stuff on pizza. But I like some like spinach on pizza is really good. I like pineapple. I like chicken. I like barbecue. I like a lot of things. A lot of things that are.
Yeah.
Who's gonna shave their eyebrows? I can't shave them because I have no eyebrows.
She wants no, Joe. No, she wants
These
you to
eyebrows
shave
come
Joe's
from my mama.
eyebrows.
Whoa.
My mom has little eyebrows like I do. You should have
You're
seen
right.
it.
Pineapple is good on pizza.
Liberty,
No, it's
the Liberty
not.
Pro Boss.
It's
If you have-
great.
Find out.
You know what?
It's not good.
If
It
your
is.
boss from Liberty Pro, if you have pizza with him, he loves everything on his pizza. That's all I'm saying.
Like will he like put more on than should probably be on a pizza? Because that's
He wants
how-
everything. He said he likes everything pizza.
Yeah, my dad, like, that's exactly how he made his pizzas. Like when I used to live at home. And so yeah, I just like everything.
Yeah, we were so when he came on, we were like, everything? He's like, yep, everything in
Yep.
the kitchen. I was like,
How do
Yeah.
you put that in your
I've
mouth?
never heard anyone else say that. So
I'm like, how do
Me
you
and
put that in your
Daryl.
mouth then? How do you, how do,
I
how
think
do
you
you
probably
eat it?
do it. You have to do it classy, then geek.
you just
get
need a
fork
big
and-
amount.
Yeah. Or you just do it in New York. You just squeeze it like you do in New York, and then hold it like you're holding a small baby, and then just eat. Or you eat it classy, fork and knife.
Fork and
Yeah.
knife. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, the hand emoji. Gotta learn how to eat your pizza.
Classic.
We're going-
The mod's telling me I gotta shave my eyebrows. That's what she's trying to tell
I'm
me.
Italian. Danielle just said that's a no. I'm Italian. That's a no. That's how she would say it. That's a no. Yeah. as you said, you wrestled in Alabama. I can already hear in my head that like, you're not from around here. I say here an accent. Yes.
Sorry, can you say that again? There was like a lag with the.
I said, like, I could already imagine the wrestling fans from Alabama. They must like hound you with your British accent. Oh my god, I can imagine it.
Yeah, some of them think it's not real. So some of them think that I'm not actually British, but I'm like, no, this isn't just a gimmick. Like I'm very much not from here, and yeah, like some of them love a lot of them like it, but some of them like love it, and I'll be like, all right, you have to swear loyalty to the Queen and to be my fan, and you have to like, renounce America, and they're like, yeah, we Britain, go Brit, UK. Obviously, the rest of the crowd are like, USA, US. I'm like, shut up.
You could really.
I know where we are.
Sorry, you could really run with that gimmick right there. Just take it up to another level. Say, yeah, screw you too. Kind of like how William Regal was back. Was it the 2000s in WWF?
Yeah, like down south, that's like very much like how I wrestle. I think it gets over more in there. So,
favorite place to wrestle at and favorite promotions.
Oh, well, I really love the one in Alabama. The Belladonna division is the one that I wrestled there. Like they have a ton of good talent recently as well. Well, generally, but they're only a new promotion. Like the last show, we had like Kimberly was on the show, who's like one of my heroes. Jordan Grace was on the show. Like these are people I watched. Like
wow,
growing up, I got to wrestle Sahara 7 on that show, and she does some. She's up and coming, but it was just really awesome to be on a show with that many cool people. So. Up here, like nearer to home, like Ohio Championship Wrestling's in Akron, they're awesome. There's just some really fun vibes. Like AIW is my home promotion here, so they have some incredible shows, obviously with a ton of amazing talent as well. They have like Matt Cardona, and they had like they have Rhino was like on a last show. Like there's just like I met Hornswoggle, one of the first shows there. That was really cool. Dylan's really funny. So I don't know, because I wasn't really into wrestling as a kid. Yeah, he is really funny. But yeah, the because I didn't really watch wrestling growing up, but like Hornswoggle was one of the people that I had seen because of like just how much character there is there, and I was like, so that was like one of the ones I was like, oh my god. But like when you have like Tommy Rich and stuff, who's incredible and very things, but I hadn't watched it at the right time to see all of the people that are at those shows.
Yeah, it's always cool, like when you're a wrestler and someone you watched as a kid is at a show, and you're like, you don't want to like fangirl on them, but like you try, it's not so hard, but when you meet them, you're like, oh my god, you're Hornswoggle.
Yeah, I was like that with Kimberly, which is like wild for me, but it's like because she was one of the first wrestlers that I watched online, so it's just like I was just like, it's Kimberly.
Jeez.
So
that's so cool. Geek next.
Yeah, I mean, I think like I say, I remember, I think it was a couple years ago, Ricochet and Ospreay were both wrestling each other, and Hornswoggle was, I don't know if he was in the crowd, but he came out after the match was over,
nice.
And he's like, holy shit, you guys should be signed right now. He's like, he started cursing, and it's like you guys should fucking be signed right now. And I was the fucking cruiserweight champion, but you two are fucking amazing. That's what he said.
They are, so
yeah.
Some of the best. He's really funny.
He's like,
yeah.
He's
one of the ones we were trying to get on the podcast for a while, but like right now it's kind of hard because we have so many like people coming on our show right now. So it's like, well, we can't do our 2:00 shows anymore. Maybe we should start doing our days Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Fridays and Sundays.
So Sundays, yeah.
Sundays is an option day. We can do it early show. We don't have to do it so late. So my next question is for you. Have you ever gotten any gifts from the fans of like artwork or yourself as a pop or anything like that?
So fans before have done like fan art stuff, which is very cool. When I was a cyborg, like someone made an image of, they took like a photo of me from like a promo photo, and then they made it like, they remade it out of like zeros and ones, like binary. It was so cool. It was like a really awesome piece of art. These headphones are from a fan.
That's cool.
But yeah. I love my fans. They're amazing. So we wouldn't, wrestling is about performing and being there for the fans. So we wouldn't really be anything without them. So people, like, don't get me wrong, I don't like all of them, but the ones I do like are great. So,
do you have any,
so what do you call your fans again?
Von Engeland sometimes.
There you go.
Von Engeland. That's funny.
Yeah, I have a lion on my gear, and like the three lions is like a British thing. The British Lions is like a lot of the sports teams referred to that way. So yeah, the Von Engelands are the true fans.
Do you have any stories from the ring or in training or?
There's the road is funny generally. Like I've been locked out of my car on the road. Like, thankfully someone had a break-in kit. I don't know why they had a break-in kit, but we got the keys back. In the ring, I'm only like 40-ish singles matches in at this point. So like I'm still like relatively new. Like there's times when kind of people forget, you just kind of have fun with some of the people in there if you've got like big tags and things, and just making jokes to each other while you're tagging in and out. But we try and have fun and be kind of serious as my character. So I don't know. Mostly people not realizing that them actually British is the funniest thing that usually happens. Yeah. Plus Sid puts on a Cleveland accent sometimes, and then they just think then when I talk, they're confused.
Oh, like, jeez. What's a Cleveland accent? What does that sound like?
I should get him to come in and do one, but it's quite nasal. I can't do it.
He can come in and hang out with us if he wants to. He's probably resting, but
I'll message him, see if he wants to.
Oh, we have another person coming in. Came in.
¿Cómo? ¿Va?
Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
Bueno, no
hablo. Solo hablo un poco español. And my accent is awful. I need to be drunk to have a good Spanish accent. So.
What does he say? What does he say?
He just says, "How are you?" And I said, "I'm very good, thank you." How are you?
It's funny, like now that we do this podcast, I used to just get kids from like we went to college with, or like when I worked at Walmart, like they would come in. You see like people you may know. All I get in my Facebook, people you may know now is all wrestlers. Very good.
Yes. Yeah, like, oh, gracias.
It's so funny. Like, I got like luchadors this whole week. The whole thing was one girl in the gothic makeup. I'm like, is she a wrestler? Nope, she's just a cosplayer. The rest of it was all luchas. And then one sent me a message in Spanish, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Sometimes I reply in Spanish, and then I'm like, why did I do this? Now I have to keep replying in Spanish. I'm like, I just have to be like, I'm so sorry. I can't actually, lo siento. I don't actually speak enough Spanish.
But it's good to know you know another language. Like if you had a chance like to go to like AAA wrestling, you'd be able to speak the language. They would you'd understand them.
Exactly.
Like, what did she say? Like,
What is your long-term goal as a wrestler?
my goal is simply to wrestle for in front of as many people as I can, and that naturally means working for the bigger promotions. I would really like to work for AEW and wrestle on AEW, partly because I think that's a promotion that I could actually work with and keep. I'm not like, oh, there's obviously big fights about the two main companies. The only reason that AEW appeals to me is because I could keep up my science career at the same time. Like, Britt's still a dentist. I can still be a scientist if at that particular company. Whereas at the WWE, it's very much more of a full time.
Yeah, you're basically working every day.
Yeah, every single day. You can't even get off. Some days
Which is like
Christmas.
Yeah,
sad.
exactly. So it's as much as that can like be fun sometimes in like a kind of very intense way. It just doesn't allow me to keep up the other things that I can do and contributions I can make to science. So
we need people like you in this world to help with the science stuff,
Yeah, and it's also like when at some point you get older, right? Like at some point you get an injury, or wrestlers aren't very well cared for in the long term. It's just good to have other things that you can do and to maintain those, so that if you get a career-ending injury, it's so risky as a business. Like, it happens to so many people. Like, if you have something else you can do, it's best to kind of keep that up as much as you love wrestling.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what it's like. I mean, like, for example, probably Britt works for AEW, and she's probably like, Britt, I got this tooth right here. It's been killing me.
Yeah, everyone's like,
hold on,
just do this for me.
Hold on.
The pliers.
Let me get some pliers. She has pliers backstage or something like that. She's like, okay.
Yeah, the medical crew in the back, they're like, hold on, I need to go to the medical crew. Can I just take this from the ringside crew stuff? Oh, don't worry, I'll wash it off. There's no syringes. It is, bam. Here you go. $100, please. Charging the wrestlers as he pulls stuff out of their face.
Oh yeah, I mean, some people would go for that.
Yeah.
I saw that is Danielle put a question about pets in there.
Oh yeah.
I want to show you my cat. My cat lives in England.
Aww,
this is him. He's called Cookie.
Oh, Cookie.
I miss him. I miss him a lot, but I get to see him in December.
Can't you get Cookie brought to America?
So he currently lives in the same house. So my housemate from the UK still lives in that house. He lived in that house. She loves the cat as well. So it was just a case of the choice between, dragging a cat halfway across the world to a new place where you don't necessarily know how much. Like, he loves being outdoors because he was a stray before. He basically lived outside for a long time in between houses. Like, he got taken in, but he was very much an outdoor cat on a farm. So he just, even though he loves people, like, he needs to be outside. And so if I was just in an apartment here, especially when we first moved, it just wouldn't be right for him. So yeah, but I get to see him in December, so
it's always good. You get a chance. You're gonna bring him a lot of gifts.
Yeah, lots of snuggles.
Aww.
She's like a beautiful cat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stare at him. Sorry, you guys. No more talking. I have to think about my cat.
Yeah, my sister has 2 cats, and my sister's fiance, she has a cat, and now, like, I have to give you my sister's fiance's TikTok because it's hilarious. Because now the cats are getting used to each other, and it's 2 girls, and oh my god, it's like one comes over, and the other one's like, wow, no,
Cats make such funny noises, like when they're interacting with other cats.
but it's like they're living together. My sister
Yeah,
and Johnson. So the cats are now. One of them doesn't give a shit about anything. It's just like
yeah.
half baked. Screw you, screw you, screw you. You're cool. It's like I don't care about any of you guys. Screw. I'm gonna stand the cat. His name is Puppy. They call him Puppy.
Oh, that's
Pup,
such a good
pup,
name, Puppy Cat.
Puppy will be in the window. We don't know if he has a side life in the window, dancing in the window for people for money on the side in a checking
For
account
treats,
somewhere.
for
Yeah,
catnip.
cat life. I don't know what, but he doesn't. He just sits in the window. The other one's just fighting. He's just like, screw you guys. I'm dancing with these ladies. These ladies coming by the house. So, do you collect anything?
Is it
Um,
no, Joe?
You go first, geek. Then I'll get mine.
So anyway, I was just gonna ask: is there anything that you is there any like bumps you won't take or won't refuse to do? Or you're open to do anything?
I'm pretty open. I think it depends on the opponent and the venue and things like that. Like to the out, I don't. It's a very risky business as it is. I use my head for the rest of my brain for the rest of my career. So it's kind of about choosing what's worth it. I'm not against anything, but I'm not going to be, diving to the outside every, if there's 10 people in the audience kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's about picking the moments, I think.
Yeah. And you have to use your brain because you're a doctor, and we need this. You need this.
We need doctors.
Yeah, this makes my money. So
Yeah, keeps your ching coming.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
My turn, geek. Is there anything you collect? You collect anything?
Pop vinyls. I have a small number I mostly collect them in the box, but I have a small number of my favorite ones which are out of the box, which are actually just up here. So I really like it. Oh, yay! Nice.
That's a one of a kind right there.
That's sick.
My friend got me that for my birthday, and he's like, "Please don't open it." And I'm like, "I don't know why." And then I looked, and I'm like, "Oh my god, that's an exclusive for New York Comic Con! Holy crap!"
I love exclusives. Yeah, have you seen the new WWE ones? There's some cool ones.
Still waiting for GCW Zack Ryder.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick that one up when that one comes out. The bloody Zack Ryder with the belt around his waist. I'm seriously think that is gonna come out. Watch, like there's gonna be a bloody one. There's gonna be a bloody one.
I hope so, but there's more like WWE branded stuff
with glass sticking out of his back too.
I have one of Ghostbusters. I have Egon, and I have she has a bunch.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you that. So I'm a Browns fan, so I have a Baker Mayfield pop.
Cleveland.
Yeah. They're doing a lot better these days than but it's fine because I'm a new fan recently. So
I'd trade you your whole franchise for a Jet Super Bowl, please.
No. I like Westworld. This is a Westworld pop.
I love Westworld. Oh my god.
So it's such a good show.
My favorite show. I'm trying to get Joe into watch Westworld. I told him
I
you
have to watch. It sounds good. It sounds interesting.
Just at least watch one. At least watch one episode. Give it a chance.
It's like you can't watch the.
No. Go on.
At least the first season. The first season.
The first season is the best. Like you don't need to, and they're separate pretty much. So it's like you don't like you can watch the first season. It's a good story.
Yeah, I have to check it out. Like, I'm a type of person I like watching funny shows, serious shows, sad shows. The show we've been watching for 4 seasons right now. We just got back into it because of COVID. They delayed the 4th season. It's called Atypical. I don't know if you ever heard of that show.
No.
It's on Netflix. It's about a boy, a man. He has autism,
Mm.
and it's his life, how he lives his life with autism. Like
That's cool.
one episode, I hate to drop what happens in one of the episodes, but he's sitting
Spoilers.
there. All of a sudden, you see the camera turn like 360, and he starts going, he's just having a panic attack. He starts freaking out. His autism makes him freak out about something that happened. Something. It's a good show. It stars Michael Rappaport as his dad. I forgot who else. There's a bunch of actors, but it's a good show. It's a heartfelt showing how a person with autism could live their life and do what we do, what regular people do.
I should watch it because yeah.
It's a good show. Friendly. It's funny. He's funny. He is so funny.
Yeah, and then I like cartoons. So I like Steven Universe. So I have a Rose Pop cool. And a Lapis Pop. The Lapis Pop's probably my favorite because I like the wings, but
those things, yeah.
Rick and Morty's good.
Rick and Morty's good.
It's good. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Rick and Morty episode?
Yes, the barbecue episode. Remember the barbecue episode where I think it was what was her name? Summer was sleeping, and then this like unicorn comes into a window. Her name is Tinkles. And she's like, Tinkles. It's like, I've never seen no imaginary unicorn. Hi everybody, I'm Tinkles.
Yeah. It's the one where like everything gets out of control, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. I love that episode too. It's great. It's probably one.
And then there was like a raptor who was taking photography raptor.
There was like I liked Jerry's like boyfriend. It was like there was like I can't remember his name, but it was like the extra husband. They were like, oh, because Jerry's so sad and depressed. So I never.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Poor Jerry. He's so misunderstood.
Yeah. Like I liked the one with the Jerry daycare. That I think that might be one.
I love that. Love that episode too. That was
Jerry episode.
Another great one.
There's one thing about Pops that like you take them out of the box, and if you have them standing a certain way so long that you try to stand them up, they just fall over like a baby with a big head. That's what I always say about them.
Like, you gotta know the exact. Okay.
Like
they're doing all right.
That's a claim to fame right there.
I have one of Egon from Ghostbusters, and I had him on top next to the Ecto, and I moved him over there, and I put him next to Mike from Stranger Things, and he's just falling over, and I'm like, is that a sign he doesn't want to stay next to his grandson? Because in the new movie, my friend's like, are you gonna buy the new Trevor Pop? And I'm like, no. Like, why wouldn't you want to buy a full set of their Pops? I said, I already have Mike as a Ghostbuster. I'll just buy Phoebe's, I'll buy Podcast, and I'll buy Lucky. That doesn't make any sense. I'm like, Mike's already wearing a flight suit. He already has the proton pack on his back. So there you go.
Yeah, sorted.
I'm excited about this new movie next month. I'm going to be... I already told my dad. I told my movie theater. I told them, I have this card. I'm buying these tickets. They're like, cool. Come in the week before. I told my dad, we need to go on this date and buy these damn tickets. I've been waiting 38 years for this freaking movie. Got delayed because of the pandemic. I'm like, you know, Ric Flair when he's doing that, when he's mad and he's kicking the pants off his legs and he's like, like I gotta go on this date. Buy these damn tickets. It'd be fun.
She loves Mr. Snuffles, by the way.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say like I really like big pops. I don't actually have any, but like you know when they're like bigger than normal pops, like they're my favorite. So I really wanted the Mr. Snuffles one, but then because it was in a slightly bigger box.
We actually had the doll, Mr. Snuffles.
Nice.
Yeah, it actually says "I love lasagna."
Yeah, he actually has the doll. It's kind of creepy looking. It's just sitting there. I'm just like,
I love lasagna.
I woke up and I just stared at it for 10 seconds like it was the dog sitting on something. I was like, dog over there.
I love it. I also have Adventure Time pops.
Oh yeah, Event. I love that
I
show.
love
That show
Adventure
was
Time.
so
It's so
cute.
weird but cute.
The mod's
God,
gonna go
guns
get the
pop.
Mr. Snuffles now. Oh great, here she
Nice.
comes.
I collect pops, Ghostbuster stuff, and random statues. I have one of a crow.
Oh, that's cool.
Got that. Got that.
God, that shitting. It's so creepy.
I know.
Mr. Snuffles is coming after you. He's gonna take
Yeah,
over the
I'm
universe.
actually terrified.
Aw. She's gonna hit it with her lacrosse stick. Bam.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like,
a
damn
field
you,
hockey
Mr.
stick.
Snuffles.
Field hockey. Sorry.
Don't
No
try
one
to take
here
over the
knows.
universe.
Yeah, stop. Bad dog.
Yeah.
Got the in the boxes. Got the some Parks and Rec ones. I love Parks and Rec.
Oh, I love.
Fox.
Me and my mom during the pandemic. Me and my mom watched the entire season of The Office, and then right after that, watched the whole season. Not all in one big gulp, but
Yeah.
not one big gulp of it. We like spaced it out. We watched all the seasons of Park and Rec, and then me and my mom were like, "What are we gonna watch next?" And then we went to watch. What is that other one? It's like The Office, and it's like Parks and Rec. It's the school. They're like in a small college.
Parks and Rec.
Oh, no, the one with Childish Gambino that Childish Gambino wrote, Community.
Yes.
That one.
Then
Yeah,
we watched
Community's
Community.
very good.
That was really good. It was so
Yeah.
surprisingly good, and it
It's
was
so
funny.
It's so funny.
And what's his name's the older guy on the show, and he disappeared.
Pierce. Yeah.
Oh gosh, Geek, you need to watch that show. That's another good one.
If you've not seen it, you definitely like it. It's very
Okay,
good.
community. Okay, I
Yeah.
gotta watch
So
that now.
funny.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Some of the stuff they say on their show, it's just like.
Yeah,
And
we've been watching Curb Enthusiasm.
Nice.
The thing that one part of the show, it like reminds me and Geek, like before we started a podcast, they're just sitting there talking to each other, and they're like, "Are you guys recording?" No, we're just talking.
yeah, the Abed and Troy and Abed. Troy and Abed in the morning. That one.
That's
then
like
I do
me
like
and Geek. Yeah,
the,
me and Geek before me and Geek. I jokingly say that me and Geek, before we did a podcast, it was called Joe and Metal Geek yelling at each other on a phone.
Now we get to do it on the internet.
Yeah. Now we yell at each other on the
now
internet.
other people have to suffer.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, the people have to suffer and watch this.
Yeah. So, if our fans want to buy any of your merch, where can they find it?
So they can find it on firstly you can find it at shows, which is the best value place to buy it. This is my Hockey Hitman shirt. It's
Definitely.
very cool. It's a good shirt.
It is a nice shirt.
Yeah. Then this is there's like 2 of these left, so they but they are also online. This is the Fun England Grappling Academy shirt. They're the 2 shirts I have. There'll be some ones coming out, not super soon, but soonish. They are on, I believe it's Brainbusters. Brainbuster.
Well, when you get a picture, if you get a shirt and you put it on a website, you could give us a picture like what the shirt's gonna look like. We could post it on the Dudes at Ringside page, tag you, and then our friends, you tell us what to write, put it in the chat. I'll copy it and I'll put it in the bio of the picture and say how much it is, where you can buy it, what the website is. We love helping wrestlers promote themselves in any way we can. You know.
Awesome. Also have stickers, which I'm gonna send once you both. I'll just show them. There's some more stickers coming as well, different ones, but these are holographic.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool sticker.
Yeah,
that's a cool
it's
sticker.
Good.
That must be a new thing to make the stickers holographic, because
I think it's just usually a more expensive option, but there was a nice deal on Sticker Mule, so.
Sticker Mule, okay.
Yeah, it's good for stickers. So they have like a deal every so often. Yeah, and if the deals are just very good value. So.
My friend does all my merch. My friend has this company that he He started up, and he makes T-shirts. He makes stickers, banners. Actually, what's behind me, that banner.
Nice.
I don't want to knock everything off my wall. Wait. He did that for me. He does the stickers. He did the T-shirts. There's something buried in my drawer. Yeah, he does all that stuff. He's a good guy. Yes, this fun stuff.
Cool. Yeah, on Brainbusters as well. There is a hoodie version of the T-shirt. I don't think anyone's actually bought that ever, but they should. It's good. Winter is coming.
Scary to think about. Like the summer went so fast. Like how much?
I know it did. I was like, oh, I'll do loads of stuff this summer, and then I'm like, no, it's gone.
Yeah,
but
like,
I don't mind not getting sunburned anymore. So there's that.
Yeah, because you're fair skinned. Like you don't want to be sunburned before you have to do it. So did you get a chance to do any wrestling shows outside this year?
Yeah, quite a few. Like Battle on the Border down in South Ohio. That was an outdoor show. It's actually at a baseball park, which was cool because I played baseball in the UK because I just played everything. But yeah, like. So I was just kind of cool to like wrestle in a baseball park for me. I was just like, this is like a combination of my interests. And yeah, some like fair shows. So some of the shows I've done for old wrestling. So old wrestling's like 1920s themed wrestling. I don't know if you've seen much of it, but everyone has like 1920s based alternate characters. Unless they already have a character that is specifically very like old. So Sid and I, Eden Holcroft and Sydney Duckworth, and I'm a tennis player there. So I have an old wooden tennis racket that I hit people with instead of my stick. And
there it is.
Yeah.
There we can find the T-shirts right there.
Yeah.
So
I was wondering what you were doing.
For anybody who wants some merch, I was trying to show off her site. So yeah.
I got scared. I was like, why did I get really small?
You're like, I can't see myself. I must see myself. I must stare at my own face. It must be huge. Just have a mirror in front of your screen.
Well, I have a ring light in front of me, and I'm staring at Zack Ryder and a crow and a dragon. So yeah, it's my wall. There you go. There's a little merch. See, what's your name? Ever so Spiffy asked you about hoodies. I just saw the hoodie.
Yeah.
Go. Oh yeah, right there in the middle.
Yeah.
That right there.
Hoodies.
Hoodies are always
There's your hoodies right there.
Yeah.
So
that's so cool.
I love that design.
You're the first actually wrestler to show up their merch. That's what I was gonna say.
No, dudes at Ringside History.
No wrestlers ever gave us the link to their merch, and you're the first one to say, "Okay, here it is." You know, so that's how it gets done.
The professionals here now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The professional
shit right.
Yeah.
Hey, God, like if you want to like I say, when wrestlers want us to plug their stuff, then give us your links. Give us.
It's not very useful without it. It's like, well, people can look at it, but where are they going to get it?
Yeah,
you got to make stuff easy for people.
Yeah, exactly. I asked wrestlers, can you bring your stickers? Sure. Can I show you? Well, sometimes they wear their merch, but like you had it with you, so that's easier enough. You're displaying it and stuff like that. That's always cool.
Or if you've got more than one, otherwise I'd have to have 7 T-shirts on it.
Yeah, hold on.
Some people, if they want to support their other wrestling friends, they'll wear their merch and say, "Here, I'm wearing my friend's merch."
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Support each other.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
But then again, you're the heel, so there you go.
Yeah.
It's like
do I really want to promote other people's merch?
Yeah.
No,
Do I really
not
like
really.
anyone enough? To be fair, Sid does do designs, t-shirt designs, and bulking season. So that's one of the tag teams near us who actually would be great to wrestle. That's Arthur MacArthur and Chuck Stone. They have really like this design Sid did for them is really cool. Find it. Bulking season.
Are you familiar with what happened today with Ring of Honor? Or
Yeah, it's very. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's upset. It's very upsetting because a lot of people lost their jobs and everything, that were working for them, and the company's been around a long time, since 2002.
It's really to just let go of everyone. It's kind of not good. Like we're kind of used to people being like released and stuff. That happens. We know that happens sometimes, but yeah, that's just not good. And I know they said they're going to come back and stuff, but it's just like very uncertain with what's going on.
It's like you got to release everyone, but then you say you're going to come back in April. It's like what's
with
all
who?
that
Like,
all
what's he going to do? Yeah.
What's that all about?
Yeah, it's like, why do you need to let go of everyone? I just don't understand.
Yeah, like,
and then Final Battle is also in December. So, and then they said they're going to continue to do the shows with their regular people, and then after that, that's like their last show.
That's weird. Like, what are they trying to prove by releasing everybody, but then they're still going to do Final Battle? Like,
yeah,
who's going to be doing the matches? The janitor? Like
no. Everybody that's contracted to Ring of Honor has to do Final Battle. They're going to work Final Battle, and that's going to be it right there. So,
okay,
yeah, and then they said they're coming back in was it April? They said, and push the reset button. So like ROH 2.0.
It's just a bit. People like Ring of Honor. I don't know why they feel like they need to do that, but I guess we'll see.
And that was the first indie promotion I ever saw. When I was in college, when I met Geek, I didn't know what indie wrestling was. He had a box full of DVDs in his room, and he's like, "Joe, I want to watch this DVDs." And I'm like, "Nah, man, I don't watch that kind of stuff with my friend." And he's like, "It's indie wrestling, weirdo." And I was like, "Okay, let's watch indies. If it's wrestling, I'll watch it." And I just got hooked. I was like, "Dude, this stuff's cool. Damn, really? Okay. Who's this guy named CM Punk and what? And Daniel Bryanson? What?
Bryan Danielson, yeah.
Bryan Danielson? Oh my god, these guys are really good. And Samoa Joe? What?
You must have loved the recent AEW stuff then.
Yeah.
It's like those guys got you into it.
Yeah, like
it's been awesome.
Like ROH was like I'd find out there's a show and I live in Long Island and Geek was like, let's go. I'm like, all right, I got the money, you got the money, let's go.
Let's do it.
I remember watching.
I went to a show in I live where I live in Pennsylvania. There was a show. I don't know if Geek went to the show or not. Where I live, there was let's just say that in New York, not a drop of snow. Pennsylvania, it was like someone shook the snow globe, and my driveway was covered in snow. My store power was out. Luckily, the train was still running in Secaucus. It was horrible.
When was that?
I think it's like 2 or 3 years ago. We had no power in my area for 10 days.
It's a long time.
Yes.
And like Pennsylvania should be able to cope with it. Because it's like Texas or down south last year, earlier this year, I don't know when it was. But they had a ton of issues, didn't they? Because it got really cold when it doesn't usually get cold there at all. But it's like, come on, Pennsylvania, you're used to this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. My job, as I said, I work in a grocery store, and like sometimes we lose power, and most places will be like, okay, everybody go home. No, we're just walking around like choo choo Charlie engine, like going around the hallway, looking around down the aisles, no lights, just a little flashlight on her head, like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember the first time I got into Ring of Honor, I think it was Jody Flesh versus Spanky, and I was like, "What is this match?" And then I was like, oh, "Okay, this is not that great." I watched it maybe I think another couple matches, and I was like, I think it was Michael Shane and Paul London. I watched Brian Daniel. Then I
Nice.
watched Brian Danielson and the first Ring of Honor match, the first championship match, the Iron Man match.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then I watched Joey Flat and Spanky again. I'm like, I'm hooked on this stuff now. So I thought all the matches were good. So, and the first show I went to, I met Dusty Rhodes, super cool guy,
Nice.
and the first show I was in the Rexplex. It was the steel cage match between Jay Briscoe and Samoa Joe, ridiculously bloody. So that was my experience of Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Ring of Honor is an institution.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Like you tell someone you're a fan of Ring of Honor, if they really love wrestling, they're like, oh, that's cool. Like
it's like one of the few places that you like indies that like across the world, right? It's like they're so big for like an indie.
Yeah, and when they come to New York, they don't even do a show at a big. Oh, they do when they get it. They go to the Garden. If they don't, they go to that other big place in New York. Hammerstein Ballroom. If you wrestled there, you made it. You made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in the Hammerstein.
The ECW arena.
Yeah, that venue is so iconic.
Uh-huh. They're doing GCW there.
Really?
GCW don't book women.
So would you ever do a match like they do in GCW with like the glass and the lights and stuff? You would do that?
Yeah. I would. I would to wrestle at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Cool.
I wouldn't do it every week. I couldn't be Mickey Knuckles or someone just smashing light tubes every other day.
We've tried to get in touch with her, but she must be so crazy busy. She's one of the ones we want to get on here so bad, Mickey Knuckles.
Yeah.
I'll ask her for you. See what
everybody.
She says.
Every wrestler wants to fight her.
Everybody. It doesn't matter who you are.
Mickey
Knuckles. That gets your name on the list. If you fight Mickey Knuckles, your name gets known. Your name gets put out there.
Yeah.
But is there any upcoming shows or matches you're doing? You want to plug?
Yeah. So I'm wrestling. This weekend I'm wrestling Randy West in Illinois. And then after that, I've got some dates at New Wave Pro. So I'm wrestling Charlie Cruel at one of those shows. And we're defending the tag belts at another show. So New Wave Pro in Indiana. They're the big kind of things coming up. There's a few places which are struggling at the moment, cancellations and things. So November's quieter than it wants to be, but yeah, they're the main shows. Check out New Wave Pro and the Belladonna division online.
When you see Charlie, tell her dudes at ringside say hi. We've been trying to get in touch with her for a while.
Yeah. So, Ian, we want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast and taking the time out of your day so much. You're awesome.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. We definitely want you to come back.
Definitely.
I'll see how we go, try and do something exciting, and then I'll come back and tell you about it.
Yeah.
Or you won't.
Or don't.
Or don't. Exactly. So,
just sit here in a few months' time and be like, yep, well, nothing's different. Still annoying Americans and playing with my pops.
Yeah. You need a pop of your own. You need a pop of you.
We do. Not like what? Yeah, we do. I don't know if I can get him to bring them. See how quick.
You do have a pop of yourself?
Yeah, we've got Sid and Eden pops, but we don't sell them. They're just one of a kind, but I should sell them.
I want one of me and Geek so bad, like so bad. I want one.
I'm gonna have the headphones. I'm gonna have the headphones. That
You
definitely
gotta
gonna have
have
the
me like
Yeah.
this, but like with the polo. But mine has to
Yeah.
be funny because it has to be with the polo on
The glasses
and the glasses
and the
and the hat.
mustache.
But
Yeah.
down below, I have to be wearing my green my green basketball shorts with my Crocs.
Are you
Because
wearing them now?
yes, I am.
Show me the Crocs.
Geek is gonna have two.
See,
I hate
Geek's
Crocs too much.
Geek's gonna have two versions
Don't
of
get them
himself.
out. You'll get the foot people.
oh no, they get those people coming in. Show your
Yeah.
feet now.
Geek's gonna have
No,
two
I have
versions of
caveman feet.
himself.
You don't too.
Hmm?
Yeah, literally. Everybody I've told that to, they think that's hilarious. They're like, Joe, your character would be perfect for the news because you one half of you looks already professional,
Yeah.
and down below it's PJs.
So
I have the pops.
Oh my god,
It's me.
that's so
And
cool.
there's Sid.
Oh my god, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I'm one of me.
I got these for Sid, so you just need, Geeks just needs to buy them.
Does he personally make them or something?
No, I got these from online from someone, but actually they had different gear, and then my housemate does Warhammer painting and actually painted our new gear on them.
Ah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
I guess Geek, you would have to buy
Here's a
doubles.
no beard.
Yeah, you need to.
Geek would have to have his beard either like put on like Lego style. Geek shaves his beard off. He could pop his beard off and put it to the side, and then put it back on. Like, oh, I got a beard again. I got to put it back on.
Yeah, you basically just you can order custom pops from a lot of places. They're just not really. They're quite expensive. I've been looking at doing getting some to sell because there's ways you can kind of, if you have them like do you know Blanco Loco? We wrestled Blanco Loco and Dream Girl Ellie, but Blanco Loco, they have like mass produced pops, kind of, they like spray painted like gold, but basically the fact that they're all like the same color makes them a lot easier to be made and sold as merch. So kind of want to do something similar.
That's so cool that like nowadays indie wrestlers, like, you guys don't just have like stickers and t-shirts. You guys are like thinking of getting different types of merch, like pops, stickers.
It's hard because you don't want to spend too much on it, because you don't, it's our money that we're outlaying, so how it works. But
yeah,
things like Slam Buddies are so expensive to buy. They're so cool, but like you don't know, you can't buy many, and you don't know how long you're going to have them before someone decides to buy them or doesn't, and it's a difficult one. But
there's what's it called? There's a wrestler in Long Island. His name's the Coach Mamone.
Nice.
And one of his merchandise is you could buy his whistle.
That's like Fonzie sells his whistles.
Yeah,
and basically like all the kids buy the whistle and they all just start blowing it during the matches.
And then you go deaf.
And then you go deaf after.
Sounds very annoying.
Yes,
it is.
It's very annoying. It's like, oh gosh.
It's like, why do we have to? It's like Coach is probably thinking, why do we have to sell whistles now?
Now the parents
just take the thing out of them. Just
they take a little ball. They're like, oh dang it, your whistle broke. Like,
oh no, what a shame.
But it's such an easy.
I could see her doing that at the show with his whistle.
Just stepping on it or something like that.
Oh no, I stepped on your whistle. Oh no, I stepped on another one.
Oh no, they're all broken.
I did once throw someone's fish and chips at them. So.
Oh geez, really?
During the last match, he how he has the whistle. He had it in his pocket, in his jacket pocket, and his jacket pocket was in the corner. And the heel wrestler took the whistle out of the pocket, and he started blowing the whistle.
Geek started freaking out. He's like, "Oh no!"
It's such a heel move though. But it's so funny.
What do you do? Like, you have to buy a new whistle? Would you have to put it in vinegar, like so, like get the the mouth off of it?
Yeah, I mean, if you put it in alcohol for a while, it'll probably be fine, and then interesting to use later. So
He probably has a lot of them though.
yeah,
Remember,
probably.
Note to self: make sure you steal the heel's whistle, the face's whistle.
Note to self:
Note to self: steal other people's stuff. Right?
Giving her ideas, Geek.
Note to self: never come back on this podcast.
These guys are utter trash. Oh gosh, you're just gonna take a picture of all your notes and put them on Twitter. Be like, these are all my notes from dudes at ringside.
By the way, we really want to thank you so much for coming on. By the way, thank you.
It's been very fun.
If you have to go, you have to go. We know you're very busy, so
we appreciate
go to
the gym again.
We appreciate the time that you took out of your day.
And it's an honor to have you as the second person we interview for Liberty Pro, right after the boss, right after the owners.
Yeah.
Not only that,
first the worst, second the best, right?
Yeah. Not only that, from Cambridge, went to Cambridge too. Yeah. She's smart, so there you go. Right?
Yeah, I'm probably the smartest wrestler that exists.
Probably,
Probably.
If you want to fight Kiara on that one, you could.
I can definitely fight Kiara on that one. She does not have a PhD, so
as I said,
she needs to go to Oxford and get a PhD next, and then I'll fight.
It'll be for the dudes at ringside European Championship.
For the scholarship right there.
I like that.
A scholarship on a pole match? What's this? Booking a match?
Yeah, but we all want to see it now, so.
Oh, jeez.
CPW is probably thinking of this, like, watching this podcast and probably like, that's a good idea, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, we should book that, right?
I was thinking of a match today for Liberty Pro. Have a flag versus flag match. You versus there's a girl that's named Jamie Bell. That's part of Liberty Pro, and she's kind of like a redneck character. And she's like Americana. She's has the Confederate flag. You could have flag versus flag.
Nice.
Whoever gets the flag. Have a rivalry against her because you're like British and you're like, oh, he's American.
I know. Nikki Victory wears Stars and Stripes sometimes, and there's one that calls himself the Queen, and there's only one Queen. It's the Queen of England. Queen Elizabeth II. So
2 different matches I want to book. I want to have you versus the Queen, and you get mad at her because you're not the real Queen. I know the real Queen.
I know the real Queen.
Yes.
Which Queen are we talking about?
The one from Liberty Pro.
I have beef with any wrestler that calls himself the Queen of anything.
So there's a girl in VPW named Karen Bam Bam, and she calls herself the Queen.
See, not the Queen. Queen Lizzie. It's the only Queen. Yeah, well.
Yep. All right. She hits hard.
Does she have corgis and live in Buckingham Palace? No, therefore she's not the Queen.
She wears a cool hat.
Is it the Queen's hat?
Yeah, it's not a crown.
Not a crown or that little old lady hat that she wears.
No, it's not the Queen. No. All right.
You could
have a good one. Enjoy your dinner.
Bye. Later.
Thanks.
Bye.
That was a fun interview, Joe.
That was so much fun. That was so awesome to have the second day on Liberty Pro week.
Yeah.
So let's go on more about the Ring of Honor stuff, dude.
Dude, what happened? I mean,
I don't know, man. Like, Ring of Honor was doing so good. Do you think it's because of the pandemic? Do you think it's because
I think it's 110% for the pandemic. They probably. I mean, they were able to pay their wrestlers throughout the pandemic, but I don't know what's going on. I mean, they said they're gonna come back in April, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. I would hope they would come back. I hope Ring of Honor doesn't have to go out of business. That'd be the saddest day ever, because if it wasn't for Ring of Honor, dude, I wouldn't.
No, but anybody.
I wouldn't be half the wrestling fan I am.
You wouldn't even know who anybody is, dude. Right?
Yeah, I know who anybody is, but who's that?
Yeah. All right. But anyway, you guys could always donate to us at http://streamlabs.com/dudes at ringside. http://streamlabs.com/dudes at ringside. Joe, you can take it away.
Well, we'll be back tomorrow for our buddy from the first female wrestler we'll ever interview from Sweden. The ink is coming tomorrow. Good night, everybody.